Hi, I'm Corinne Lesh with EdScoop, and I'm here with Nathan White. Nathan, thanks for being here with us.
Thank you.
So, tell us a little bit about your top technology priorities in your district.
Well, right now we're working on our BYOD initiative. It's our first full year, so we're just kind of going back and tweaking some of the issues that have come up. And then one thing I'm really excited about is next year we're rolling out an AP Computer Science course, and then we're also incorporating that same computer science and coding into our curriculum at the elementary and middle schools.
And it's interesting because you talk about, sort of policy, BYOD, and then you switched over to classroom instruction and curriculum. So, what do you exactly oversee in your role?
Well, the coding was really exciting because it's a collaboration between our curriculum departments and technology, and a lot of people in this field will know that's sometimes difficult to because they're two separate silos. But I'm a part of the leadership team that's overseeing kind of getting the ideas together because it's so new and there's not many people in the state doing that. So with the coding and computer science, I do that, and with the BYOD, it's policy. It's going back and making sure that we have all of those spots taken care of as far as wireless, but then also addressing any concerns about policy. Because there is a certain amount of liability when you're talking about students bringing their own devices and making sure that the district is covered from any issues on that.
What have you seen so far with the BYOD initiative?
A lot of the things that we thought would be issues as far as obviously equity is a huge issue, but not as big as we thought that it would be. But just the amount, the use of the technology as far as the classroom management has been something that we're having to go back and address a little bit because even though we provided a little bit of professional development, I don't think we quite gave them enough to be successful in that.
The teachers enough?
The teachers, yeah.
So are students sort of getting distracted, or what's going on?
Yeah, a little bit of distraction, and then with us, it's some filling in some holes. We provided enough wireless for one-to-one, but there were certain issues or places like cafeterias and gymnasiums that we didn't quite give enough. So we're going back and fixing that.
Got it. And anything? Well, you mentioned the computer science AP class that you're going to roll out. Why is that important?
Well, I just think starting out, I was a computer science major, and so I have a soft spot in my heart for that. But I think that it's going to teach critical thinking skills and problem-solving skills that may, otherwise not be there. And I think we're doing it in such a way that we're very deliberate at what we're doing. We're not just putting it out there as something else for the teachers to do, but we're embedding it into the curriculum. Again, we're one of the first districts in the state to be doing that. So I think it's great to be a pioneer on that front.
Did you find that you had a clear path when you were coming into this role, or how did you really get into it?
I kind of stumbled upon it. Started out as the IT specialist in Elmore County, and inside any ed tech department, there seems to be a lot of roadblocks, and there's not a whole lot of room for upward mobility. But somebody saw something in me, and I worked really hard. I shored up any of those weak spots with me being from the business side. Education was pedagogy was a really big emphasis for me. So I've surrounded myself with people who know, and got involved in extracurricular programs that could help me with that. But it wasn't clear, but I had people, I had mentors, and I had folks around the state that kind of gave me that guidance on what I should do.
And you're named a Next Generation leader.
Yeah.
So what sort of advice would you have for up-and-coming CTOs or people who want to get in the field?
Don't be afraid to fail. Don't get discouraged because there's not that clear pathway. I think a lot of times people jump at the first opportunity, and that first opportunity may not always be the best one for you. But also don't be afraid to move on when that time comes, because sometimes you have to leave to grow more, because you get complacent in your current positions, but seek out people that know. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to fail, and I think you'll be very successful.
Great. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Corinne.